The subtle message, unconditional love. Dr. Sharma was the dean of a very prestigious medical college. He planned and saved for years to provide his son the opportunity to attend that institution. But when the time came, the boy refused to go. This deeply concerned his father. Graduating from that particular school would have been a great asset to the boy. That means the school was so good, it was really a very important thing that he should go to that school to get graduated from there. Besides, it was a family tradition. 3 generations of attendance preceded the boy. That means before the boy, 3 generations had been attending that school. The father pleaded and urged and talked. He also tried to listen to the boy to understand him, who wanted to become a film actor, all the while hoping that the son would change his mind. So, the main problem was that the boy wanted to become a film actor, and the parents wanted that the boy should go to that prestigious institution to do his graduation. The subtle message being communicated was one of conditional love. The son felt that, in a sense, the father's desire for him to attend the school outweighed the value he placed on him as a person and as a son, which was terribly threatening. That means the son felt that the father was trying to force him directly and indirectly that he should go to that school to do his graduation. He was not giving value to his son as a person, or as a son he was not giving him importance. He was only focusing on his wish that his son should go there and do his graduation from that school. Consequently, he fought for and with his own identity and integrity, and he increased in his resolve and his efforts to rationalize his decision not to go. He rationalized his decision. The boy rationalized means he gave reasons why he did not want to go. He tried to persuade, he tried to tell his parents through different reasonings why he wanted to become an actor, why he should not be forced to go to that school to do his graduation. Now, children, in the next paragraph there are some misprinting words, so this I am skipping. The father decided to make a sacrifice to renounce conditional. I suppose after this it should be love. He knew that his son might choose differently than he had wished. So finally, after a lot of discussion in the family, the father understood that maybe his son wanted to do something differently. The parents should not force the boy to do what they wanted. Nevertheless, he and his wife resolved to love their son unconditionally, regardless of his choice. It was an extremely difficult thing to do because the value of his educational experience was so close to their hearts, and because it was something they had planned and worked for since his birth. Now, this line is very important. Finally, what did the parents do? The parents decided to love their son unconditionally. They did not want to show this condition or put this condition in front of him that if he will go and do his graduation from the school where they wanted, only then they will love him, otherwise they will not love him. This is not the case. They understood that the boy had his own wishes, he had his own desires, he has his own future, and so finally they decided to love their son unconditionally, regardless of his choice that he wanted to become an actor. And Although it was a very difficult decision for the parents, because when the child was born, when this boy was born, since his birth, they had been dreaming that he will have a very bright educational career, he will study in very prestigious institutions, etc., etc. They had seen many dreams for their son, but finally they had to compromise, and they decided that they are going to love their son unconditionally. The father and mother went through a very difficult re-scripting process. Now here, re-scripting process means a set of instructions rewritten, instructions for themselves. They decided to make a new set of instructions for their child. In other words, it shows that they decided to change themselves. They decided to change themselves completely for the benefit of their son. Struggling to really understand the nature of unconditional love. Now they were really struggling to show or to tell themselves that they don't have to love their son only if he will decide to go and do his graduation from that school. They decided to show unconditional love to their son, and for this they had to change the set of rules which they had in their mind earlier. They communicated to the boy what they were doing and why, and told him that they had come to the point at which they would say in all honesty that his decision will not affect their complete feeling of unconditional love towards him. That means the parents now decided to tell their son that whatever he will decide, whatever he will choose, whatever decision he will make, they are going to accept the decision happily, and they will love him unconditionally. They did not do this to manipulate him. They did not do this to change his mind, to change his decision, to try to get him to shape up. Their intention was not to change the decision of the boy. They did it as a logical extension of their growth and character. They used their logic behind it, that whatever their son is going to do, it is for his own good. He is going to choose his career for his own good. So they decided that they are not going to make him change his decision, and they did it as the logical extension of their growth and character. The boy did not give much of a response at the time, but his parents had such a paradigm of unconditional love at that point that it would have made no difference in their feelings for him. I am reading this again. The boy did not give much of a response at this time. He did not show much of his feelings or much of his response to his parents at this time. But his parents had such a paradigm of unconditional love. That means they became a typical example of unconditional love, that it would have made no difference in their feelings for him. The parents became a perfect example in front of their son, and they wanted to show to their son that whatever he will decide, their love for him will not change at all. About a week later, he told his parents that he had decided not to show unconditional love for him. Everything was settled and life went along normally. A time later, an interesting thing happened. Now that the boy no longer felt he had to defend his position, he searched within himself more deeply and found that he really did not want to have this educational experience. He applied for admission and then told his father, who again showed unconditional love by fully accepting his son's decision. So, although the boy showed a little different kind of behavior after some time, but and what behavior did he show? He applied for admission and told his father that he would go to study there, but his father again showed unconditional love to him. Dr. Sharma was happy for his son, but he loved his son in any case. In any case, why is the writer writing? Because earlier, when the boy refused to go to study there, then also he showed his unconditional love. Now, when the son is deciding to take admission, then also he is showing his unconditional love. Children, parents are such. Whether they like your decision or not, they love you in any case. They love you even if they don't understand you. They love you even if you don't come up to their expectations. They love you unconditionally. They know that rebellion is a knot of the heart, not of the mind. And once you realize this, it will help you shape up your future. So in the end, the writer is trying to tell us that sometimes situations come in our lives when our parents don't agree to what we say, they don't understand our feelings, but still they love us unconditionally. Whether we accept their decisions or not, whether they accept our decisions or not, their love towards their children never changes. That is why it is called unconditional love. Now children, read the chapter once again and do the question answers in your book. Suppose if you don't have the book, then make a thin copy and do the question answers of lesson 1 also and all other chapters also in a thin copy. Thank you.